Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday.
Sunday Funday. This has been
So
a long time
it's
coming here.
We haven't done a Sunday Funday in a long time. This might be a little rusty. Someone was gone for a few weeks, so we might look stupid. I know everyone
Santa
wants to
Claus
see my
came.
beautiful face, and this bottle's blocking it. But this Sunday Funday is actually brought to you by Nick Zolano. Sorry if I massacred your name. Nick was generous enough to actually send us in the Shenks. We ended up using his sample for it. We have a bottle of it that we did that he, after the fact, after he already sent it. But instead of just doing it head to head, I wanted to see how Shanks fared against some other ones, and I tried to be fair to it. I went with other ones that are about its proof. So what do we got today? Today is Bulleit 10 year. It comes in at 91.2 proof. We got it for $45.98 against the Milam Greene we just recently did. This comes in at 94 proof. We got it for $50.99. Against the Clover, which we recently just did, this is also 90 proof. We got it for $44.99. Against the Shenks 2024 edition, this comes at 91.2 proof, and we got it for $124.99. So I just wanted to really see, I know you want to see my beautiful face. I wanted to see how it actually fared in something in its own proof. And then we can always do another one where, let's put it up against stuff that's cheaper and that's going to blow it away. You know what I mean? As far as I just wanted to see.
We think.
No, we think this could have opened up into a banger. It's been, again, he's been gone for 3 weeks. We did this probably a good month ago. So, it had plenty of time to open up. So, regular mash mix-up rules. Mike pours them out of the room. I shuffle them. He's out of the room. You're going to know what we're drinking. We have no idea what we're drinking. We're going to place guesses and see what happens. But that's exactly what they are. They're guesses.
It is a guess.
We'll start on number one, and here we go.
And thank you for the sample bottle.
Yes, thank you very much. Generally, you guys are the best.
All of you that have, but in this episode, thank you for this one.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I can honestly say, well, we did these. I don't remember them, though. That's the problem. I don't hate the nose on this.
No, I was going to say it's actually a pretty flavorful nose.
I know you've been gone for a while. We start on the left, work our way right, and then we go back again. Remember? Okay, I'm just prepping you.
No sampling in between. I didn't.
Like a big dope. I once again forgot my drink, so give me 1 second. I'll remember this. The first drinks of the day. We always forget stuff.
I have mine here. I just kick it on the floor every now and then.
Sundays are rough for me. I don't know what happens. This actually is not bad. This is pretty tasty.
It is actually pretty tasty.
Whatever that is, that's a decent start. Mm-hmm. I will say, as far as when we did it, I don't think we said Shanks was bad. We just said it's not $135 good or whatever it is. You know what I mean? $125 good. I think that was the general assessment.
Well, that's just a tough one to swallow at 90 proof or whatever it is. So it's. I realistically rather would buy a higher proof and put an ice cube in it.
Well, when you factor it in, when we did so many bangers last year,
we water it down.
If you do the copper and cask, if you don't like it and you want to water it down,
you water it down yourself instead of their selling it.
It's going to last that much longer.
Just because they want to sell more bottles.
Well, in their defense, it comes from Michter's, who goes in at 110 proof, so it starts out lower proof already. So,
if you want to call that a defense,
I'm just giving them some kind of a defense.
Okay,
we've never done the Michter's 10, and because I can't justify paying that price for a 90 proofer. You know what I mean?
You know what actually stands out so much this year for whatever reason, I don't know why, is all the Basil Haydens, and I look at all of them, and it's like. They're fancy little labels, and they're all low proof, and they're good money.
Right.
And a lot of people love it.
Sorry, I don't hate that one either, to be honest with you.
I think the nose was a little better in one.
One's nose was better, but wait till you get it on the palate. It has a different taste than what one was, but man, it was all right. I mean, these are all, the highest one I think is 94 proof, you know what I mean? There's a good amount of flavor coming on low proofers. That's kind of why I wanted to do it, because there was a bunch of you guys when they were talking about the Shanks. It's like, oh, it's a nice. I said, let me get a bunch of proofs around that and see if we can pick it out.
We did get hit on a little bit. We did one that we had, all the proofs were different. They're like, oh, you didn't do apples to apples. Well, we did. We were doing a cost thing that
it was
time,
priced.
So
right, because we actually put them up against. If I remember the main one, I put like the single barrel proofs up against the $325 one. That was their fault for pricing it that much and watering it down. That's the way I look at it, and that's kind of what I say with this one.
And they tried to do a little defense, and thank you for that. But it's, we had a theory in that day, so
we went back and put it up against its own brothers and sisters, and it still lost. So
didn't get smoked.
Two is very good. It's right in par.
I was gonna say it's pretty close.
I'm gonna have to see on the way back because one gets a bum rap because you're really not coming off of anything. But man, it's apples to apples right there. They're pretty close.
A guess on that one, though.
No, I'm not going until the end. And again, it's going to be 100% just guess.
It is going to be a guess.
No. Let's see the glass number 3 here.
Sorry, I was trying
to. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I was trying to, in my head, I was trying to pick one here because I like to try to do it to start so I don't get confused later. But thank you for the numbers and how to count. You're very gracious.
I was just teasing you.
I hear
Nose wise, so far, 1 was better than 2. 2 was better than 3.
3's kind of not much.
Well, man, it has such a sugary presence on the palate though. Like it's like rock candy sugar right off the bat. Like it has like a thickness to me.
A little bit different. A little bit different aftertaste.
A different taste for sure. I'm almost getting a hint of an oatmeal on this one. I'm getting like
it is more like a mixture.
Yeah, I'm getting a hint of.
And I'm not saying
oatmeal,
I can almost get
like this pecan, like an oatmeal with a little pecan in there.
Not in a nose though.
Oh yeah,
that's
where I'm at.
I'm not overly disappointed with that either.
I got a 3-way tie for first right now. No, I actually like the flavor of that. That's like totally different than the other two. It really is bringing me like
it does have
like a plain oatmeal with like a nut.
Oatmeal breadish more flavor.
Oh, I'm getting the bread. I like oatmeal better. Bread gives me negative vibes.
Well, you said that the other day too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should change my mind.
Well, I don't know. I'm not guessing until on the way back anyways, but these are all actually on par with each other. Nothing's like, wow, that's so much better. They're all like right there. It's going to take me coming back to decide. I don't dislike. So far, if I'm guessing,
I'm almost on 1, 2, 3 kind of right this second. But 2.
Oh, you think it's 1, 2, 3?
No. My guessing.
Yeah, I'm
close.
But
I think 2 and 3 are closer. I got 1 a little bit in the lead.
No, I should try guessing what bottles they are, but
it's just easy for me down the road.
Mm-hmm.
My little simpleton math I got going on. Oh, this is a whole different nose.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole different palate too. As a quick right off the bat, if I'm guessing, that's where I think I am at. I might switch these two right here, but
I don't know if I like this one as much.
This one tastes like it has a lot more rye in it.
Or
like I'm getting
it's a little more water-esque to me.
Okay. Sorry if that was loud. If you're going off of like these seem like they're more viscous because they seem more sugary. This is like a little thinner than the other 3. If that's how I'm taking. If that's where you were going, yeah, that's in my head. I agree with that. But it's no slouch. It's still in the same like amount of flavor that's coming out of it. It still hangs almost as much.
Okay, I'll go there, but not so much on. Well, it does sparkle. It does seem like there's a little more rye in this one.
This one seems like it's a little spikier.
It seems like it goes right down. It doesn't stick to your tongue, but it just get you do get the pricklies on your tongue.
Yeah, it's not as like this one's throwing elbows going down more. It's a little spikier.
Yeah, not here, but on your tongue.
It's a little more spikier. So, well, there you go. I got a 4-way tie for first, so this is going to be interesting on the way back. But they were all good in their own way. Nothing really stood out. That's one thing I'll say right off the bat. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to cleanse our palate. We'll be back in 1 second. All right, so we are back. We're going to start on our right, work our way left. Oh, nose is way better now.
It is way better. But that happens every time.
Yeah, no, that's the good thing of doing a blind like this. How much
it's very flavorful nose.
very caramel-esque.
I'll go there.
You know what I mean? Like it has a nice caramel smell.
It does.
Like a nice bourbon, just all around good smell on it. Now coming off drinking this as first, this is actually this coats very well.
And it does have a sparkle, like you're saying.
Yeah.
It does have that little kick of a sparkle. And I know we tend to always say it's a lower proof, and they're not our highest profile, but they still are very tasty. This is still very good.
Yeah. There's a lot of them like these. I can say these 4 on the table right now don't drink like before when we didn't have shelves. Like they're not drinking like just blah. These actually have a good amount of flavor with a low proof. So anyone who's like a low proof person that likes that low proof,
still $50.
No, I get it, but everyone's got money but us. So that's you know what I mean.
You just because when I'm thinking low proof, fistful of bourbon is like 24 or something, somewhere in there.
We're gonna have to go back. Someone actually asked for that suggestion to go back to some of the ones we thought were good in the day, and actually
it would be actually
throw
probably
some
fun
out
blind.
there.
Because this is my fighting cock, my favorite. I thought I really like Wild Turkey, and it sucked pond water in the last blind we did.
Well, yeah, but those are still decent proof though. 103 proof. That's not like the 80 proof
Wild Turkey 101. That came in last in the whole little blind.
No, right. So. 4 is actually a decent tasting one. I mean, I mean for what it is, at the proof wise, it's a good start on the way back.
I'll keep it.
I'm going to keep it mid.
I did have it back a little bit.
I think it was
because it still seems water-esque, but
I'll agree with it. I think the first 3 had a little bit more flavor, but it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? It's a good drinker. And it almost drinks I'm getting big oatmeal now. Oatmeal nuts right here. This says oatmeal with crinkled pecans in there.
I'm not really getting the nuts, but it's definitely huge oatmeal.
Big oatmeal.
It's like delicious in your nose.
It reminds me of what I wanted to put in here, which was the Old Punch's Chance. When we had that one, that really had like that oatmeal flavor. And I was like, wow, I really like that. Or that Kentucky 10.
This has way more flavor.
It does have a lot more flavor. It's
sparkly or not. This is way more flavor.
It's not the traditional, but I like it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
No, I'm definitely putting it in front of 4 myself.
I could sit down and be happily say, "Oh, this is like
oatmeal and candy pecans,
a dough all night long, just sitting there and sipping with a little fizz."
And if you're gonna go, whiskey to whiskey, this drink's way softer than what this one does, with a ton of flavor, but there's no elbows going down. No, it's super soft,
and it sticks around. It sticks on your tongue. It's more syrupy. Let's go that way.
I agree. It has a better viscosity, more flavor. I 100% agree. This one drank
Funky
harsh.
Wagnalls come
well, this one, this one drank more harsh. Like there was elbows coming out.
I don't know if it was so much harsh, but it left a little more prickly on your tongue
compared to this one.
Yeah, correct.
And they're similar proof. That's the thing. That's all. None of them were drinking. Whoa, that's hot. But it just like this is still in my mouth compared to that one.
Agreed.
Your water-esque is a good. It doesn't last as long. 100%. I'm thinking I might have to switch.
I'm getting this. This nose is not. 2's nose. I mean 3's. 3's nose really came out. This is kind of caramel-esque.
2, yeah, no, it's like a thicker caramel. I think I have to switch these 2 is what I'm thinking about. Oops, I forgot that was there. Thank you for your sample again.
I was going to say
that's what we used.
Don't do that.
No, that's what we used. But I just wanted to. I just want so people could see what bottles we think it possibly could be. So we grabbed this. This has a different nose. I'm getting a caramel, but I don't want to say molasses. It's almost like a chocolatey in this one. I'm getting a different.
There's a different end flavor in this one too. It might be a little more oak in this one. The end finish is like a little more oak. This one sticks around too.
No, this one's very good.
I'm thinking I might put this one.
I think I'm like that, but I did like that. I did like that oatmeal.
But this is more traditional bourbon.
It is
flavor, and that even though it was good, I think I'm going to lean this one just like you just did.
No, yeah. The only real I really like this because I got an oatmeal and like a nut, and this one is just like, welcome to bourbon. You know what I mean? Like this is just bringing
it's
that.
not a wild ride, you know. But it's very flavorful. It does stick around. It totally beats 4.
1,000% agree.
So
this might even, I'm gonna have to switch these two even. Just in my head.
Keep moving them around.
Yeah,
I'll let you know where
you landed. Again, we're trying to guess.
No, so far my initial little brain tease that I did it this way seems to be falling in this way.
Oh wow, this has a nice nose too. See, this has the caramel, but I'm almost getting a hint of
this is almost like a caramel with a light powder.
Like Johnson's and Johnson's?
No,
you said that before on one of them too, a powder, and I don't know what you said on that one.
No,
yeah, I would get cocoa.
No.
Like if you like a cocoa powder.
No. It's more like
the powdered sugar.
Yes.
Okay.
It's almost like that. You know, when you try to close that up and it puffs out, and then you get that. You kind of get that little sweetness of that. This nose is actually probably the strongest nose now.
Not only nose, I think the palate's the strongest too. That coats. That coats.
So I'm almost where I was at.
I'm almost
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I started.
Yeah. And then one more sip in me. Wow, that's nice.
This one has. It might even have a little nut in the middle before you finish. I'm not getting a huge oak in this one though.
Oh, I think I do at the end. I'm almost getting a hint of like a cocoa, like a chocolate, like a dark chocolate and caramel.
You get chocolate way quicker than I do. I'm 1,
and
2,
you
3,
eat
4.
it. I don't even eat it.
I eat it almost every day.
I'm gonna need a minute just to knick-knack back and forth. It'll be 1 second for you guys. I just want to solidify what it is because I think 1 and 2 are pretty close. I have to go with the oatmeal to the other one. I just want to see in my head. So it's gonna be no time for you. I just want to see if our lineup is good. We'll be back in 1 second. Yeah. All right. So we are back. And Mike reminded me that I said that when we did the review about this being oatmeal. So I did shuffle them around. We actually ended up, by the end of it, thinking they're the same thing. Well, we both think Shenks is the first one. Bulleit might be the second one. Milam Greene is the third, and Clover is the fourth. And ironically, we have it first, second, third, fourth. So whatever the bottles are, we could be 100% wrong on the bottles itself. But we're going to figure out what they are exactly. You know what they are because I've been running B-rolls. But we're going to see. This is just a guess. This is a contest between me and him, and usually we don't agree, but today we actually agree. And so we'll get right.
It's funny, though. He starts off, the bottles are all over the place. I write mine down in the beginning, and then magically...
I don't look at yours,
No,
it's
he
just
like... spinning it around, and I'm like, oh, that coincidence or in the same...
I will say, for the people that do like sub-100 proof bottles... These are 4 good bottles.
They are.
That are under. None of them are bad.
This one might be a standout if
whatever 3 is.
If we have the right bottle.
But. Yeah, whatever 3 might be, because you're getting a different taste totally compared to the others.
It's not as bourbon-esque.
Right, I do like it better than whatever's in glass 4. So let's get right into whatever's in glass 4. So what is in came in last place for us, glass 4, and it's what you put in glass number 2.
Wow, Bulleit.
So Bulleit came in dead last. I think I had that originally, but there you go.
You may have.
I might have originally, but all right. So our third place glass is what we came in glass 3, and it's what you put in glass 1.
Oh, Milam Greene.
So that one came in. That is the one. That's what we thought that anyways on because it was bringing the oatmeal vibe. It's actually very delicious. It's like oatmeal and pecan. So if you like that flavor, this is a very good one to do. So our second place glass was what we had in glass number 2, and it's what you put in glass number 4.
So we confuse those. Clover and Bulleit. We switched. We confused, but it's Bulleit. Excuse me, Clover.
Okay, because I was going to say, all right, so Clover actually came in second. So the winner today on there, and again, thank you, Nick Zelano, for actually sending this in, is the Shenks 2024 release on there. And it was the most flavorful, the best tasting on there. Definitely by far. Now, don't get too excited, but, I did like this. because it's all similar proof ones. And again, I threw a 10-year out there just out of. I wanted to see. I did have a couple of other ones. We switched it. That Clover made a good running because I remember not being impressed by this. This opened up very well.
I know I liked the first time, the first one we had. So I don't know why I was so negative this time, but in my head,
it didn't have as much flavor and taste as it does
so I'm
right
actually
now.
surprised that the Bulleit was that water-esque.
You know, again, I've never been a huge Bulleit fan, other than the fact that it's a decent price. The cash strength one is way better when you just get into the lower proof ones.
But if you go out to a restaurant, like that's like almost like their star.
Yeah.
If it's not like if you don't go to a bourbon bar,
2025, who goes to restaurants?
Okay.
No. No, honestly, thank you again for sending in this sample.
Thank you.
And I do. If you guys want to see this go up against other stuff, the only issue we had with this when we did it's $125 price tag. I know there's a bunch of bottles behind us, and they're going to be higher proof for way less money that will blow this out of the water. You know what I mean? But I'll have to take another. I kind of just went straight on proof. I wanted to give it its fair chance.
We did,
and it did win. That's all there is to it.
It did do well. It did actually. We didn't even have we started off that way and kind of ended that way.
And it kind of went, yeah, right, exactly. It just, we wanted to give it its fair due, but it kind of stayed in the same trajectory the whole time. So there you go. That's Sunday Funday. Again, thank you for sending this in.
Thank you,
Nick. And, everyone that does it. If you have a future Sunday Funday you would like to see, leave a comment down below. I have a bunch of them written down, but you were super generous to send this in, and I wanted to give it its due chance to see on how it actually did against its like-minded proof. It was hands down the winner today.
It did do well.
Yeah, and it wasn't the second place. The Clover gave it a good running chance, but that just had the best viscosity, the best flavor, and it was hands down the winner. So, well, there you go. That's Sunday Funday. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.